Hello everyone, this is Tucker Miller here again, and tonight, like I said, I'm going to be doing a movie review on Monsters Inc. Came out in 2001. So, plot of this movie is we got these two monsters, main Mike Wazowski, voiced by Billy Crystal, and this one, James P. Sullivan, or aka Sully, voiced voiced by John Goodman, and they work at this company called Monsters Incorporated. Is what they do. The monsters scare children for their screams so they have energy. And then I guess during after their shift, Mike forgot. I guess Mike forgot his paperwork, and he had to go on a dinner date with his girlfriend Cecilia, voiced by Jennifer Tilly. Then, so Mike asked Sully if he can get his paperwork, and then while he was there, he Sully noticed there was like one door that is painted white with pink flowers, and then so this Sully decided to open the door, and he sees nothing but until once he left the door, he saw a little girl, ma- which he named her Boo. So yeah, so he told Mike about it, and there was a bunch of chaos going on, and so it's up to Mike and Sully to get Boo home home. So that's basically what the plot is. Now, what do I have to say about Monsters Inc? One of my favorite Pixar movies and one of Pixar's best films. This is actually probably my fourth favorite Pixar movie. If you want to know my top four favorite Pixar films are, this is my this here is my fourth favorite, and WALL-E is my third favorite. Then my second favorite is A Bug's Life, which I already did a review on A Bug's Life. And my favorite is the first Toy Story, which I also already did a review on that. So, yeah. So yeah, this movie is really good. This movie is a big part of my childhood, along with Finding Nemo, the Toy Story movies, and Ratatouille. So yeah, one of my favorite films from my childhood, like I said. So yeah. The animation is really good. The voice acting is really well done. So John Goodman did a really good job as Sully, and Billy Crystal did a really good job as Mike Wazowski, and Jennifer Tilly did, like I said, did this character Cecilia, Mike's love interest. She did a great job. So, yep. And yeah, the voice acting is really great in this movie. And also John Wassenberger also did was in this film. He was the Yeti. Which we all know John Ratzenberger was in pretty much in literally in every single Pixar film. Like like I said, he was Ham in the Toy Story Ham the Piggy Bank in the Toy Story movies, and P.T. Flea from A Bug's Life. And he did the Yeti in this movie. So, yeah. The voice acting in this movie is really well done. I think Randall Boggs, which is the purple one. I think he's a great villain. So is Mr. Waternoose. He's also a villain, one of the film's villains. This movie has two villains. So, yeah. Now, let's talk about some scenes in this movie. My favorite scene in this movie is where Sully gives Bill the little Mikey, which is the Mike's teddy bear, and then Mike takes him away, the teddy bear away from her, and Boo started crying, and then the wet the power went out, and yeah, I always laughed at this scene. Yeah, that's probably my favorite scene in this entire movie. It's just pretty fun, really funny. And I also like the scene where I will also like the scene put that thing where it came from, or so help me. We all know that scene. And was another great scene I could think of. Oh boy, there's a lot of great scenes in this movie. Just too much to name. Oh, I always loved the scene where George, I think that's his name, the orange monster. Someone, his white partner, noticed there was a sock on him, and it's like 2319. We got a 2319, and then, and then, yeah, they had, and his whole fur was gone because he had to take like that, take a shower, and then, yeah, and then one of the guys picked up like his skin, and he started screaming. I always love that. I always laughed at that scene. Oh, there's another famous scene that's funny. Wow, isn't that nice? Oh, that darn paperwork. Yeah, I love that. Was another very good scene where Ross is like, Wazowski, you didn't follow your paperwork last night. I ain't watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. I love that. That was a really good scene. So, and another scene is, well, isn't that nice? This office is now closed. That's another very funny scene. where Ross closed the window, I guess. Whatever you want, what it is. And Mike started screaming. Yeah, that was a really funny scene. Another scene I really like is where they were going through the where they have kept all the doors, and when they were trying to get Bill home and trying to get away from Wendell. I like the part where Mike they're trying to make Bill laugh. That's a pretty funny scene. So yeah, that's some really good. Those are some really good scenes. And this movie, just like A Bug's Life and Toy Story 2, this does have outtakes at the end. And so this is one of the only 3 Pixar movies that have like these outtakes. Now let's talk about some of my favorite outtakes in this movie. I really like the one where Rex from Toy Story made a cameo in there. He's like, "Did I get the part?" That's a pretty funny one. And another one, another great scene is where all the scalers were walking on the scale floor and they accidentally tripped. And then, yeah, that was a pretty funny one. So, yeah. So yeah, I love this movie as a kid. Is one of my favorite. Like I said, is one of my favorite Pixar movies. And yeah, I do have this film on DVD, but right here I'm holding is the VHS. So this is a really cool VHS because it has a blue tape and has like the inside artwork to it. Yeah, I think that is pretty cool. And I did watch this tape last night. So yeah. So yeah, you can't go wrong with this movie. The prequel, Monsters University, was actually pretty good, but not as good as this. Not as good as Monsters Inc. But the spin-off show on Disney Plus, Monsters at Work, Monsters at Work felt like is the true sequel to this. That show on Disney Plus. That is a really good show. And I heard is getting a second season, which I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah. Can't go wrong with Monsters Inc. This, like I said, this movie came out in 2001, and this is one of the films that could have won the Academy. When this is one of the films that were nominated for an Academy Award, along with Shrek and Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, which we all know Shrek won the award. That DreamWorks movie with Mike Myers. But now back to Monsters Inc. I'll review on Shrek some other time. As well as Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Well, now, off topic, now back to this film. So yeah, like I said, the story is great. The animation is really good. The soundtrack is awesome. The song If I Didn't Have You was really good. I think that's the name of the song. So yeah. Now another scene is now the scene where Sully says goodbye to Boo. Yeah, that was a very sad scene. I get emotional every time. And fun fact, anytime I saw that scene, you can see Jesse from Toy Story 2 as one of the Easter eggs in this movie, hidden Easter eggs in this movie. And then, as well as Mimo from Finding Mimo, which Finding Mimo will be my next review. Now, once again, back to Monsters Inc. We'll get to Finding Mimo next. So, yeah. And I also like the scene where Wendell gets... when I was younger, I really liked the scene where Wendell gets defeated and Boo was hitting him with a baseball bat. And I just like it how he can turn into different colors. yeah. I really like that part when I was a kid. And when I was younger, I always imagined if I would ever be one of those kids from this movie. When I was younger, I kind of wished to be go to the monster world. Well, that was me when I was a little kid. But now, as an adult, I realize Wife is not a movie. But when I was younger, I kind of wished to visit the monster world. Yeah, I just love this movie so much as a kid. One of those Pixar films I watched excessively, as well as Toy Story, Finding Nemo, and Ratatouille. So yeah, really good. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. But I'm sure a lot of you watching this have seen this movie. But anyways, I'll give Monsters Inc. a 10 out of 10. There are absolutely no flaws with this movie. Now, hope you guys enjoy my review on Monsters Inc. And stay tuned for my next movie review, which will be on Finding Nemo. So, see you then.